In the darkest corners of our minds, we sometimes hear whispers, soft, persistent whispers, that tell us things like, "It's not worth it," or "You're not good enough." These whispers, though faint at times, can become deafening in moments of vulnerability, creating an internal battle that feels impossible to win. When you're caught in this struggle, it can be easy to believe that there is no way out, that there is no hope, no light at the end of the tunnel. But what if I told you that, even in those moments when your mind is telling you that there's nothing left, there is hope, hope that may feel distant but is always there, quietly waiting for you to reach out and grasp it. Our brains, though incredibly powerful, can sometimes become our own worst enemies. They are wired to protect us, but in the process, they can create narratives that are more damaging than protective. When faced with challenges, setbacks, or moments of self-doubt, the brain can amplify fear, anxiety, and insecurity. It becomes a source of constant worry, feeding negative thoughts that paralyze us and make it difficult to see the bigger picture. But the thing is, the brain doesn't always tell the truth. It can make us believe that the worst-case scenario is inevitable or that we are unworthy of success or happiness. The truth, however, is that these thoughts are often just that, thoughts. They are not facts. The mind, in its complex nature, can be influenced by countless factors: past experiences, social pressures, and even chemical imbalances. These factors can distort reality and prevent us from seeing things clearly. But there is always a way out, even when it seems like there isn't. Hope isn't a distant concept reserved for a select few. It is a powerful, transformative force that can be found in the most unexpected places, even within the confines of our own struggles. It's important to remember that feeling hopeless doesn't mean that hope is gone. It simply means that you're in a space where your emotions and thoughts are clouding your perception. And while it may take time and effort to clear that fog, hope is always within reach. One of the most powerful things we can do when faced with these overwhelming feelings is to acknowledge them. Too often, we try to push away difficult emotions, believing that ignoring them will somehow make them disappear. But the reality is that emotions are a part of who we are. They are our mind's way of processing what we're going through, and when we give ourselves permission to feel them, we begin to take the first step toward healing. It's okay to feel lost, to feel uncertain, but it's also important to recognize that those feelings do not define you. They are temporary, and with time, they will pass. In times of uncertainty, it's helpful to remind yourself that growth is not linear. We often expect progress to be smooth and constant, but the reality is that growth involves setbacks, moments of self-doubt, and feelings of failure. It's part of the journey. What matters is how we respond to these challenges. Do we give in to the negative thoughts, or do we choose to push forward, even when it feels like we're standing still? Every small step counts. It's not about achieving perfection, it's about making progress, no matter how incremental. One of the most powerful tools in finding hope is reframing our thoughts. When your brain tells you that you're not enough, try to counter that thought with evidence of your past achievements, your resilience, and your capacity to overcome obstacles. Remind yourself of the times when you've succeeded, even in the face of adversity. Reframing isn't about denying the challenges or difficulties you face, it's about giving yourself credit for the strength and courage you've already demonstrated. You've made it through tough times before, and you have the ability to do so again. Another important step is to surround yourself with people who uplift you. Isolation can amplify negative thoughts and feelings, making it harder to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But when you have a support system, a group of friends, family, or even professionals who care about you, it becomes easier to fight those dark thoughts. These people can offer perspectives that challenge the negativity in your mind, helping you see possibilities that you might have missed on your own. Sometimes, we also need to recognize the importance of self-compassion. We are often our own harshest critics, quick to point out our flaws and shortcomings. But what if we treated ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we offer to others? What if we gave ourselves permission to be imperfect, to make mistakes, and to learn from them? Self-compassion isn't about letting ourselves off the hook for mistakes, it's about recognizing that we are human, deserving of love and kindness, regardless of our perceived shortcomings. By practicing self-compassion, we begin to heal the wounds that our negative thoughts have caused, allowing hope to take root. It's also important to recognize that hope doesn't always look the way we expect it to. It doesn't have to come in a grand, life-changing moment. Sometimes, hope is found in the small things: the warm hug from a friend, the feeling of accomplishment when you complete a task, or the moment of peace you feel when you take a deep breath. These small moments of hope are just as powerful as the grand gestures, and they can help you build momentum toward a brighter future. In addition, when you're feeling overwhelmed by hopelessness, it can be helpful to practice mindfulness and gratitude. By focusing on the present moment and appreciating the positive aspects of your life, you can begin to shift your focus away from the negative thoughts that dominate your mind. Mindfulness allows you to step outside of your own thoughts and observe them without judgment. It helps you create a sense of distance between yourself and your emotions, which can make it easier to regain perspective. Gratitude, on the other hand, reminds us of the good things we have, even in the midst of difficult times. By taking a moment each day to reflect on what you're grateful for, whether it's your health, your loved ones, or even the simple pleasures in life, you can start to change the narrative in your mind. Gratitude helps you focus on abundance rather than scarcity, which can make a significant difference in how you perceive your circumstances. Another powerful aspect of hope is the understanding that change is always possible. Even if you feel stuck or trapped in your current situation, it's important to remember that you have the power to make changes in your life. It may take time, effort, and a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone, but transformation is always within reach. And even though the process may not be easy, it is worth it. The more you work toward positive change, the more you will see your hope grow and your perspective shift. If you've ever felt like giving up, like the weight of the world is too much to bear, know this: you are not alone. Everyone experiences moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. But those moments do not define you. They are just a part of your journey, and with time, they will pass. Hope is always available to you, even when it feels out of reach. It's in the small victories, the support of those who care about you, the lessons you learn along the way, and the strength you find within yourself. And when you embrace that hope, you will find that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. The key is to never stop believing in yourself, even when your mind tells you that there is no hope. Your thoughts are not the final word on your future. You have the power to rewrite the story, to choose a different path, and to find light in the darkest of places. So hold on, even when it feels impossible. Because there is hope, and it is always within your reach.